I know. Relax. Oh, hey. Okay. Hi, everyone. I don't know what's going on here. Okay. Hi, everyone. It's Rita from Miss Rita to the Rescue here for another edition of Cricut Chat. I think it's Wednesday. Right? It's the last day of March. And we are getting ready for Easter. Good morning, David. Haven't seen you around. I know you've been here. I just haven't seen you. And we're getting ready for Easter. And I'm doing some different things with our Easter images that I wanted to show you that have to do with offset. I also have a project for you that uses offset. This is a card that I worked with Offset on to create for Easter, but it can be redone for, I don't know, Mother's Day or something like that. But I want to show you how to do the offset for this. And this has writing on the inside. And then I also want to talk to you about these images from a company, I guess it's a company, yeah. It's a company called Miss Kate's Cuttables, and you might have seen them. She has, I guess it's Miss Kate, has a website that she sells individual cut files for, and they are extremely detailed, and I've always wanted to cut them. I've cut a few of them, but I found out that it's easier to flatten them and make them into stickers or print then cut files that can go on things such as scrapbooks or make stickers for planners or whatever, Easter basket gifts. She has a ton of these images that I want to show you. I don't know why my calendar keeps popping up, but that I want to show you today. Let's see. Wednesday, last day of March. Thank you for sharing, Penny. Before I get started, I want to say hello to all of my friends. And if I have any new ones on today, make sure you say hi. This is a great group of people, and they love to meet new friends. If you're new, or if you're not new, I want to advise you or mention to you that we have a giveaway going on, and we've already got several hundred entries, which is wonderful, but I'm sure there's more because we're giving away, I hope there's more, because we're giving away Cricut Joy. I am giving away a Cricut Joy machine with a bunch of stuff. A bunch of stuff, including smart materials such as smart vinyl and smart label paper and smart iron-on. I'm also including some infusible ink, some cards and card mats and some pens. And it's all yours. If your name gets picked, it is a $250 value. So if you have not entered, it's easy and free to enter. It only needs that you follow me on YouTube. And if you want to, that's the first one to get your name in. Follow me on YouTube, but you can get 2 extra entries by following me on Instagram at Miss Rita to the Rescue, or also follow me here on Facebook, which is also my channel is called Miss Rita to the Rescue. I want to also mention that we've got some really fabulous groups on Facebook that are great and free, and you're welcome to join them. They are called, well, I have a lot of groups, but the 2 latest groups that we have is Just Cricut Joy with Miss Rita, and then Cricut Chat with Miss Rita. So all you have to do to get to that is to search for Miss Rita or Just Cricut Joy. Just do that at the top bar of your Facebook page, and you will find, and you just click on and join those groups. If you can't seem to find them, go to my Facebook page. Let me see if we can find my Facebook page. Is this my Facebook page? Yeah, this is my Facebook page. Let's see. Facebook page, Miss Rita to the rescue, and you will see that I have groups listed here. Oh, look at here's the giveaway. Is the giveaway right here? I didn't even know that. Isn't that awesome? Oh no, this is the old giveaway. Oh, I gotta get rid of that. That's weird. But anyway, it will list all of my pages. This is my view of it. So anyway, so let's get back to this. Oh, wait, no. Before we get back to this, I wanted to mention one thing. If you were considering giving me or becoming a patron of Miss Rita to the Rescue, today is the day to do it, because once a month they it's always at the end of the month or the beginning of the new month do they charge you, okay? And so if you wanted to become a patron through Patreon, you'd go to patreon.com, Miss Rita to the Rescue 1. And if you pledge, you can pledge any amount you want, but there are different pledge amounts and they only charge at the beginning of the month. So if that's something you've been wanting to do, go ahead and do that today, because tomorrow they will charge for the coming month, you see, for April. Okay. Anyway, so let's talk a little bit about this offset feature, because I think a lot of people are now kind of getting used to it and playing around with it. And I just love this feature, but I wanted to mention that it is still, wait a second. Hey, get out of there. What are you doing? Sorry, Benji. Yeah. I wanted to mention that it's still in beta. So first of all, if you've updated and you're not able to see offset, one of the things that you can do is go up here. I want to make sure that you can see it. All right. So up here, see these three little lines right here? That's often called the hamburger icon. These three little lines. It brings down your menu that's there. So you should become familiar with this, because this is the area that you can do a lot of things, including calibrating your machine, checking out your account details. For instance, is your membership up? And link cartridges. So if you have cartridges, you have an Explore and you have an old cartridge that's not linked, you can link cartridges here. But one of the other things that you can do is you can change the view to classic versus not classic. So I want to here's what I did. Just let me go back. So I went up here to the hamburger and I hit settings. Okay. And under settings, I see this design space settings pop-up. Okay. So at this pop-up at the bottom, it says canvas style, and what should be selected if you want to use offset is new. If you have classic selected, you will not be able to use your offset feature, that new offset feature. I don't know why this is here. I just know that it is here, and if you want to use offset, make sure that it's set at new, and you should be able to search them. So, what is offset? How does it work? Offset is basically a fancy term for a shadow layer. So, one of the things that I love is I like to make stickers, and I particularly like to make these print and cut stickers. But there are some images, such as this one. I'm going to make it bigger so you can see what I mean. So there are these wonderful images. It's under Miss Kate's Cuttables. I'll show you how to get there. But here is an image. So when you cut this out, if you're going to make it as a print and cut sticker, you notice that there are these little these little dots here. This is also very thin. So the image that cuts out becomes sort of, it's like this. So it's really rather flaccid, I guess, and you don't see these little raindrops. And although it's okay without the raindrops, you could incorporate them all into offset by going up here to the offset layer right here. Okay, it's right next to edit, and you're going to choose that drop down box, and you can choose a certain amount, like of the shadow layer around it. Okay, so I put 0.125. I think it comes up as 0.25. But we're going to choose that, and we're going to make sure we have weld offsets checked off. And that's because when you do that and you hit apply, you'll see this is our offset layer. Now, our offset layer is kind of not correct, not right. And so, I don't like that kind of stuff. So I'm going to show you how to fix that. But the point that I'm making is, look now, it has all of these dots all around. And so now you can see the little dots, and also the space from the umbrella is not going to sort of connected. Okay. Now, if this happens to you where you get and do this offset and it has all these little holes in it, like Swiss cheese, there's an easy way to change this. You're going to, and it doesn't work 100% of the time, but it does work most of the time. So you're going to go up and you'll see under the operation right here. So to the left of offset, you'll notice that the offset layer is print then cut. So switch it to cut basic. All right. It will change the color, and that's fine. But we're going to then go down here to contour. And you'll see here's our contour layer. And what we can do is just hide all of the contours. And all of a sudden, all of those Swiss cheese holes are gone. Okay. And this is where we could then change the color back to whatever color we want, whether we want it black or pink, or I don't know. Let's choose black. It's kind of the basic thing. And so here is what it looks like. Now, to attach them together, just group them together and flatten them. Flattens down here, and you're just going to flatten. Now we have two layers that are all together and are going to make a beautiful sticker for your planner. I did the same thing here with May. Let me show you where we find these images. So if you're looking to try to do them, look at this one, spring. There are so many, especially spring and summer, but for all the holidays. So let me show you where I found these. These are just beautiful images. And again, a little too much to cut. And they were originally designed as scrapbook images, but I think they make awesome stickers. Okay. So first of all, we're going to go to images, right? You see that I did this images, and then I'm going to go to all images up here and image sets. Okay. And we're going to type in the name Kate, or you can type in Miss, or, but if you type in Miss Kate, you could do that, Miss Kate too. You will come up with 34 groupings, image sets of images that are all from Miss Kate's Cuttables. Now, in the past, these images you would have to purchase individually from her site, Miss Kate Cuttables, but through some, agreement that they made or whatever, they brought in all of these images. I'm not sure if it's all of her images, but there are so many of them. And if you scroll down, you will see there's Halloween, there's Christmas, there's trick or treat, there's the great outdoors. There are these gorgeous phrases that I'll show you in a second. And then we have summer. There's a lot of summer. And then you come down to the end and, Valentine's Day, forgot about Valentine's Day, and Mother's Day, spring. There are so many springs here. All right. So I'm going to actually do this again, so that I don't get all this extraneous stuff in here. So look, these are Valentine's Day. These are adventures, like camping. Who likes that mama bear image? There you go. But what you'll notice is that a lot of these images are very, very detailed. And so if you were to cut them, say either in paper or in vinyl, like for instance, this one here, this is a good example. So the spring days, I mean, look at how many colors are there, and it will go through. I bet there's at least 10 colors there, and so that means you'd have to cut 10 different mats. Wouldn't it be so much easier if you flattened it and made it into a print then cut? Perfect. So let's grab a few of these and I'll show you what I mean. I probably got the cart before the horse there. So I'm just going to grab some from there and look at that puddle fun. Let's go back and look for some more because there are plenty. There's a whole Easter bunny one. Look, all of these Easter bunnies, so cute. If you wanted to, say, make some stickers for a little one to put in an Easter basket, these are great. So let's go back and look at these ones. Oh, so cute. Look at these darling little rainbows and a chick. And I just love these. Look at this chickie in an umbrella. Oh, a kite. There are these beautiful spring, and here's where I got that May and April image, okay? So we're going to bring those all into Design Space. These are all ones that I've already worked on. I'm just going to move them out of the way. And I will give you this file so you can kind of see what I'm talking about at the end. I'll give you the file, okay? But just know that you can find this and more, like tons and tons more images. It does take a little while, and yesterday, you have, Susan? You've cut them all the layers? Oh, wow, good. You have patience beyond compare, I think. So it does take a little while for them to come in. And yesterday I noticed that Design Space was like crazy slow. I don't know. I was trying to do this print and cut yesterday, and I ended up like quitting because I was like, this is too slow. I don't know if anybody else figured it out. So here it is. Now, the way that this would work out to be cut, I want you to look over here on the right-hand side. So this April title, it has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 3 different layers. Now, some of those layers are the same because of the same color, but the point that I'm making is that there are a lot of layers here, and cutting it out in paper or vinyl could drive you crazy. So definitely want to think about this, using this kind of a procedure with it. So the easy thing to do here is to select the whole image and then flatten it, which is down here, okay? And just flatten it. What flatten it does is it makes it all one layer. And that layer is a print then cut layer. And you'll notice, if you can see over here, that image turned from having all of those cuts to one layer. All right. And I'm going to do that with the rest of these so that you can see what I'm doing. So here's this beautiful May one. And again, here are all of the cuts that you'd have to make if you were cutting them individually. And I'm just going to go down here to flatten and flatten. Okay. Now, but even when you do flatten, you might, if you were just going to cut this out, you might have some loose pieces. Okay. So in this case, I would have 2 butterflies, possibly 3, 4. So these butterflies may not cut connected, or when they cut, like, I can't really tell. It looks like this is connected and this is connected, but these two aren't. So when you went to cut this out, you would lose both of those butterflies. You'd have to, take them out and make sure you kind of like include them. But that wouldn't work with a sticker, right? So I want to make it so that I can have this all be a sticker and have all of those butterflies. So how do I do that? Easy. Offset. Okay. So now that I have flattened this image, I am going to keep it selected and go to offset right up here. You see that? Now it comes up as 0.25, which is a quarter of an inch. And that would be a quarter of an inch all the way around. Okay. And you'll also notice that you have several different options down here. You can make it more angular instead of rounded on the corner. I like the corner rounded image, but you might like the angular one. So that's just a toggle switch where you just click on one button or the other. And then you also see this weld offset, which is already on. This weld offset is going to work for us because of those butterflies. Okay. That's what that means, because if you do them separately, they will actually get their offset separate. So these butterflies would be separate. Okay. And I choose the weld offset. So then I am going to put it in as 0.125 because I kind of like that size. Once I do it once, at least with this, when I'm working with the same file, it will remember that. But when you come back to it, you might have to redo it. And by the way, you can go up to 1 inch here. So you can do, 0.75 if you wanted to. And you can kind of see what that looks like here, okay? But I like 0.125 or 0.125, and we're going to hit apply. Now you can see that, look, our offset is all around, including our little butterflies. There's a tiny little hole right here for the space between those, which I like. But let's have a look at the offset layer. So remember, this is our top layer. It's independent of the offset layer. It's not attached. You do have to do a couple of things before you can get it attached. So why all these holes? Well, this is why it's in beta. Okay, is that, sometimes this required a lot of math, and I don't know about you guys, but I did not like math in school, and I can see why this would be frustrating for some people, because this program required a lot of math involved. So to fix this, we first need to switch the kind of file it is, because it does come in as a print then cut file. Right over here, it says print then cut. So we're going to go over to operation right here, and we're going to change it. Pull down that box, and we're going to change it to a cut file. We can just choose basic, okay? And you see it changed the color, no problem. All right, no problem with that. Hi, Deborah. But we're going to, it changed the color, and it has all those little holes. So we're going to do what? Contour. We're going to take out all of those little holes. All right, and so we're going to choose contour, but we cannot do contour on a print then cut. You can only do it on a cut file. So here's our contour, all of these things. And the easy way around this is just to hit hide all contours. And then, boom, our file is now one layer. Okay, then we can take our May image and sort of center it or put it on here wherever we want it to be. You don't have to switch the offset layer back to being print then cut, but you do have to select them both together and hit flatten again. Now I have one image that is all connected, and it has a beautiful blue thing, and when it a blue offset layer, and when it cuts out, it's going to include those butterflies. Okay, so let me show you that again, because I think that it's, what did my nun teacher, my French nun teacher used to say? 2 times for the normal mind, 3 times for you. Meaning if you repeat it 3 times, you would actually remember it. So, okay, she wasn't very confident in our abilities to remember. So, okay, so here's one that's spring. Now it already has an offset layer, but I haven't flattened it. And I don't know that we need an offset layer, but we'll try it anyway. So I have it selected. I'm going down here and I'm going to flatten it. And I can see that there will be like this portion of it where the butterfly is flying will be sort of thin there. So maybe we'll do offset. So go up to offset and choose, it already has 0.125 selected. I'm going to hit apply. And you'll see here, look at that. Our contour, our offset does include this little bit here. It even cuts out these little dots here. But I do notice that there are 2 little cutouts here. So being the ever meticulous person that I am, I'm going to go change and do basic on that, cut it, do contour, and I'm just going to take out those 2 little bits. I don't know if this part actually matters, but to me it matters. So that's why I'm doing it. I don't mind having these 2 other little bits here because to me, I think that would look cute. But if I wanted to, I could remove them. All right. And what did I just do? Boop. What did I do? So I got to go back to contour again. I think I accidentally contoured out the actual thing. Okay, here we go. So we have this contour file. Sorry. I'm talking too fast. Rita. This is the offset layer. Here is our image that's already a print and cut. I'm going to make sure that it's located on there well, and then select them both and attach. Now, let's talk about backgrounds for the offset. Because a lot of people, when they're making stickers, want to have white for their background. And you can too, all right? It's just, it requires a little extra step for you to understand it. So here we go. Or let's look for one that has, let's try this one. So this one here, let's flatten it over here, flatten it. And it's really beautiful. And I want an offset layer that's white. Okay. So I'm going to go up to offset and I'm going to choose 0.12. I have this already checked off and hit apply. Now I want this to be white. So, first of all, I'm going to change it, get rid of those contours because I'm kooky. All right. So let's get rid of those contours here. And now I want to change it to white. All right. So I'm going to go up here and choose a different color white, which is great. However, we have our background and it's hard to see. Where do I put this? Okay. So that it is all going to be the same margin all around it. Well, easy enough. Add a shape, a square, let's say. And make sure that it's arranged to the back. And make it big. Doesn't matter what size it is. This is just so you can see better. And all of a sudden now you have a different perspective, right? And you can say, all right, that is the way that I want it. So you can move that away, select these 2, and then hit flatten. Okay? And now when you cut this, if you're cutting it, say, on white paper, it doesn't even matter if you're going to cut it on white paper anyway, sticker paper, right? But you will have a white offset all around, even if you cannot see it. See that? There's your white offset. So if you like white as your offset, if you like to have that white all around it, this is how you would do it. Just put your put your images on a background of like a square that's dark so that you can kind of see what you're doing. Flatten it. Here we go. Again, do offset, apply. This one here, I'm going to, again, change it to basic because I want to contour out everything. Hide all contours, let's say. And put this on here. And now I can kind of see, I'm going to make this white. White. All right. And place it here. Yes. Perfect. Move this away. Whoops. Move this away and select and flatten. Okay, so this is how you do print and cut or flattened images from these gorgeous but very intricate images. Look at all of these images that we have here, and you can choose whatever. Now, these images, by the way, would look absolutely fantastic as the front of a card. So here is my card. Where's my card? Here's the card that I made, and I actually used a cutout and I did Happy Easter, but I could cut this out and make it for a card. Spring has sprung. Wouldn't that be gorgeous for this card? I want to show you what I did with this card that's a slightly different than flattening the image, but it still used offset, okay? So let me save this. If I can get rid of this. Why does this keep showing up? All right. I know it's Autism Awareness Day tomorrow. All right. Go away. Snooze. Okay, snooze. How's that? All right, here we go. Back to Design Space. Okay, so change my brain. Okay, so I'm going to save this and I'm going to show you my Easter card. Now, I designed this Easter card years ago. It's still a beautiful Easter card, but the only thing that was kind of different about it is that I used an image. It was called Martha Stewart Seasonal Cake. This was way back in the days of cartridges, okay? And I used this image right here, Happy Easter, because I really liked it, but I realized I had purchased it. It's not part of Cricut Access. So I had purchased this image and it cost $1.99. So when I shared this, people said, okay, you said it was free, but I have to pay $2 for the Happy Easter. So I said, no, that's no good. So I need to find a different Happy Easter than the one I originally designed for this, because I didn't want people to have to pay for it. So what I did was I went on the hunt for a Happy Easter image. And I don't know if this is going to show the rest of my card. Where's the rest of my card? Come on. Here it is. Okay. So here's my card. And this here, I don't know for what reason, but the text got all mixed up on this. So I had to redo the text. Okay. And I have to undo and get rid of. Sorry, folks. Okay. So here is the text again, and it's a great little image. Look, it has this like lattice, and it has these three different, it's so beautiful the way that it works together, and I just really, really like it. Okay, you guys, and then we put this lattice on here. It looks really great, but it needs something in the front. It needs like that Happy Easter. So this Happy Easter, by the way, that's the one from Martha Stewart. And so I went on the hunt for images. So I just went to images and I typed in Easter. And there was, of course, a lot of images, but I did find one that I liked that said Happy Easter right here. I didn't put Happy Easter, I didn't use the word happy in there because if I did, anything that had happy in it would come up. So I found this one, Happy Easter that looks very similar to what I had, but just to kind of like, here, I also found this one. This one looks exactly like this one up here. Maybe it's just the same thing in a different color. Or maybe Easter Blessings is nice. Anyway, so all of these, Hosanna, He is risen. That's also a great one. So we would just kind of pick a few and bring them in to our design space. Okay. A yappy Easter. That's right. That's what I have going on in my house all the time. Yappy Easter. Okay. So, all right. What happened here? Design space is very buggy lately. All right. So, okay. Rita, this is driving me nuts. Okay. Click on this. Attach it. Move it over here. Oh, of course this is not showing up. This is going away. Okay, so here's our card. Here are all the pieces, and here are our little, I don't know what you want to call them, the title of the card, or the message on the front of the card, the sentiment on the front of the card. Let's call it that. This was the one that I used before, so I want to get rid of it because it's Martha Stewart, and she's going to make us all pay for those. So, and I don't need 2 of these. So here I've got 3 different ones. I've got Easter Blessings. I have He is risen. Now this, we're going to do these. We can do them 2 ways. We can do them the way we just did, which was print then cut, which would look very nice. Or we can do them as 2 layers, but we still need to create an offset layer. So let me show you how I did that. So I select on this, and then I chose offset, and I'm going to change it to 0.125 because I like that. And I hit apply, and it didn't work. Okay, let me try it again. 0.125. Apply. Is it going to work? No, it's not going to work for me. All right, pretend like it does work. I don't know. Pretend like it does. Okay, there, it works there. All right, let me try it again. Maybe it was because I wanted to do, I don't know. All right, so there, pretend like it did work, because it did work. I guess it just didn't work when I changed the amount. Now, listen, I could take both of these pieces and I could flatten them and they would come up as a print and cut, right? Or if I wanted to cut them out, I could cut them out as cut files because they are still both, and they would appear on 2 different mats. You'd have the black or whatever you wanted to change it to. You could change it to pink or blue, or what did we have there? Green, that sort of thing. Change this one to pink. I don't know. And then we would have, not only would we have this beautiful saying on there, but it would have a nice layer on the back, which is exactly what this looks like. Okay. So this is actually, just to kind of show you, this is actually a piece that I put these sticky, dots on, and then I glued the Happy Easter to that and put it on here. So we're going to put together this card so that you can understand how offset, or at least how this card works. I am going to give you this card as well as the Miss Kate's file. So look for that after the video is up, okay? But so I'm just kind of want to touch base, pop dots. Thank you. I just want to touch base. Everybody with me? I know I'm going kind of fast. I don't know why I'm going kind of fast, but I am going kind of fast. So I'm going to move you down to my workspace so we can put together this card. So the card is really just, it's kind of a basic card. To me, this looks like a Lego head. I don't know. It looks like one of the Lego minifigure heads, but it's a very cute card. I did not make this shape. I just pulled this card from Design Space. Straight line offset looks like okay, let me ask. Oh, so she's All right, the size of this card is, I'll give it to you. It can't be cut on the Joy, or you can cut these pieces on the Joy, but you'd have to put it on this card. So this is a I think it's 5 inches square card, and it goes into a square envelope, and the envelope is included. Okay. And again, my computer is reminding me that it's Autism Awareness Day tomorrow. I don't know this, you know? I've been celebrating it for 15 years now. So, okay. So here is the card. On the inside, I did put a sentiment wishing you very happy Easter, delightful spring too. It has a score line here, but other than that, it's just a basic card. And you can change the sentiment or whatever. Remember what I did was with the file, I just took the file, I opened it up, and I put on here in the middle, is where that sentiment's going to go. Sometimes you have to flip a card to get the sentiment side, but this one you don't need to. Okay. And then we have, these are the pieces. So there is that lattice, and then this one goes right over it, just like this. And it all of a sudden hides most of that green layer. See that? And it pops up all those dots. It's stunning. And then this layer, last layer that goes over it, I cut out in this lavender glitter cardstock that I really like. So that is the base of the card. Well, this is the base of the card, but we're going to glue these together, and then we can affix it to the card. So let's start off with this layer, the middle one. And I think I like this one because you can actually just glue in a line. And so here we are. For some reason this glue is not coming out. Okay, here we go. Put a little too much glue. Now, for those that are new, here's the glue I'm using. It's called Barely Art Precision Craft Glue. You can buy this on Amazon. I have a link in the description of my video, so please feel free to go there and make a purchase. And that does indirectly help me a little tiny bit. And it's a great glue. You don't need to use this glue, but it is great glue, and it has a really beautiful precision tip, which I really like. It has an ultra fine and a fine tip. This is just the regular fine tip, but it has an ultra fine one too. And here we go. So we are putting all of this glue, not a lot. And it doesn't matter what glue you're using, you just don't want to use a whole lot. And then I do need to kind of get in here where the pieces are not part of the line, just like that. And you guys will be more fastidious than I will be, or that I am being, because I'm trying to get through this real quick. Right? So you're going to put this all over here. So I'm not going to do all of that, but I'm going to take my lattice layer. What? Come on, Rita. And I am going to place it on here so that all that's showing of the green are the dots. Isn't that adorable? I love when they do that. Just delights me. Okay, and then here's our layer for the glitter. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to glue it. Now, sticking glue, you do the same sort of glue with a glitter layer, but sticking things onto the glitter layer does require a little extra sort of adhesive. In this case, we're using our pop dots. I'm going to flip this around and do up here. So with the pop dots, you do need to use quite a bit of them because it's glitter that it's going on and it might come off. So definitely use a little bit more when we get to that point. Okay, so there is our last layer. All right, put that on there. Smooth it down nicely. Isn't that beautiful how the intricacy of it, when you look at it from the perspective of all being one layer? And then again, we're going to use the glue. And again, you're going to do this better than me because you are going to be patient and you won't be pushed for time. Last week, my videos were all over an hour. I couldn't believe it. I was like, Rita, just talking too much, you know? And I know you guys say you don't mind, but boy, long videos. They take it out of you too, you know? So, okay. So I want to make sure that, yep, I'm just going to put this on here. And it really goes to the very edge. Just like that. It's beautiful, right? But it needs something on the top. So here we come with our 2 pieces of, this is the offset layer, right? That I just created. I want to make sure that I have this. Yep. So this is the way that it will look. So these are not print and cut. They're just cutouts. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on here. Right. Lovely. And almost done. Again, you guys will be much more, I know I keep saying that, but it's true. You'll be much better at this than I am being. All right. And flip this over. Make sure you have your offset layer in the proper position. And then we're going to just affix it to there. It's hard to do those very but isn't that so much better looking? It would just sort of disappear on the card if you just had that cut. So you have to kind of think like that when you're designing a card is, you know, you want it to really pop out at you. So here is our piece, and I'm going to use these. These are called pop dots. If you've never used them, you can buy them anywhere. You can buy them at the Dollar Tree store. You can buy them at Michael's, Joann's, Amazon. But basically what they are is a piece of foam that have adhesive on either side, and they do have this little adhesive on here so that way it doesn't get too sticky for you. And then you pop them out. Some of them are in squares, some of them are in circles, and then you're going to remove the bottom and just stick them everywhere on the bottom. I am a very frugal person, so I will also tell you that when you have removed these dots, you'll have like this little extra stuff back here, and I'm going to show you what I do because I don't like to waste anything. So here we go. See this piece here? Otherwise, some people might throw it away, but nope, I don't want to throw it away. I'm going to use that piece. And I'm just going to cut it to size right there. That's where I'm going to put it. Nobody's going to see it, right? Nobody's going to see it. And I'm just going to put one more. I'm using a lot because I'm going on a glitter layer and I don't want it to easily come off. So here we go. Taking these backs off so that they're ready to go onto my card. I'm looking forward to Saturday night because I want to show you a really interesting technique for dyeing eggs. It's called piss and care, which is a Ukrainian style of design that I learned in college from a beautiful Ukrainian woman. Okay, so here is our card. Isn't that great? It does fit into a square envelope, which is easy to cut out. You want to avoid making this card too big, because if you do, the envelope ends up using a 12 by 24 inch layer. So I would not make this card any bigger than it already is, because then your envelope needs to be bigger, and then the envelope becomes a really big envelope, and you need 12 by 24 inch paper. Okay, so there is the card, and let's show you. These are some of the stickers that I've been working on. So if you want to sort of pop these into an Easter basket, aren't they adorable? I just love these images. Or if you make them smaller, they would look great on a, as I mentioned, this will look great on a planner. Here's one with the black offset. This has no offset. This has a pretty offset here that's like maybe I should have put it like more of a pink. And these ones here I made smaller to go into Easter baskets. Aren't they cute? So I will make sure that you have both files after I post the video. So definitely look for that. And also look for the files. Okay. Let's see. I want to save this again. World Autism Day. I don't know. Okay, we're going to save this. And I'm going to give you these files. So again, to look for Miss Kate's, you're going to go to Images. You're going to go to All Images, Image Sets. You're going to type in the name Kate, or you can type in Miss, but I would type in Kate, Kate. And you will find there's a couple that are named like Kate's ABCs, Kate's Kitchen. Those aren't what I'm talking about. These are called Miss Kate Cuttables. It's not Kate's apostrophe S like with Anna. So it's Miss Kate Cuttables, and you will find so many images to make stickers from, or even card fronts. Just it's an amazing little tool, and it's sort of a sneaky little look at I don't want to say sneaky, it's not sneaky, but where's the one that I wanted to show you that has holiday phrases. This is beautiful. I love these, and they would make beautiful look at these. This beautiful Thanksgiving word thing. Now, normally you would have to cut that out in all those different autumn colors and piece it together if you're using vinyl. But if you just use that print then cut, it would be one sticker, and you can make it as big or as small as you want it to be. And it just would look great on the back of an envelope. Just so nice. These are just gorgeously designed images, and you can just kind of, so I hope, you can kind of just sort of make your way through them. And I hope that this has been helpful to you. Let's see. Okay. So straight line offset. I'm struggling with what you mean by straight line offset. Do you mean with a text? Like with text, Lynn? So green cuts alone and saying separate. Green cuts alone and saying separate. Oh, okay. All right. I'm sorry. I'm like trying to go through. So it possibly you mean, Lynn, that you want to see how to do offset with text. So let me show you that. Okay. So I'm going to go to text, and let's say I just type in Happy Easter. Okay. Maybe I'll make it all one word, one line. Is this what you mean, Lynn? So here is my Happy Easter. It's set as a cut image. And then if we want to offset it, here we go. We hit that, and then all of a sudden we have this here, which we can change the color if we want. We can change the color of this that we want. Purple, green, I don't know. And there are your 2 layers. So if you do not flatten them, they will be 2 separate layers that you would cut out, okay? Or you could flatten this, and it would be okay to have this. You do not need to add the offset layer as part of the flatten, but it is kind of easier that way. So then you could take both of these and flatten them both, and then all of a sudden you have, you know, the Happy Easter as a print and cut image. So there's a lot of opportunity to sort of move around with this, is what I'm saying. You know, you can use them print and cut, you can use them as straight cut images, whatever way you want to make it happen. Is that what you needed to see, Lynn? If not, come back. Come back to me and ask me that question, okay? So that is going to be the show for today. I didn't check all of... Okay, you can offset and then change the top layer to right. Oh yeah, you could do that too. Oh, okay. Sorry, I wasn't understanding. Okay, so here Lynn or somebody else is saying, okay, could you change this to a writing font? Yeah, you absolutely could. You could change this to writing like this. And, you know, I don't know. It looks a little bit weird. So I think what I would do is to ungroup to layers and sort of move some of these layers over here to kind of make it look like it says Happy Easter instead of Yappy. All right. So now we have this written thing. So I am going to select them and attach. Once I attach, then I can go, let's see. Oh, wait. Detach. Let me see. I want it to be, let's group it. Like this. Like this? Is this what you mean? Or you could, I've seen those images. You can go, let's see, all images, phrases and sentiments. And you could make your, like a writing. So if you don't have print and cut, say if you are on Joy and you want to do this, but you want to do it on your Joy, which is a possibility. But you'd have to write out the image. And then here are them. So look at this queen bee. And you see this here already has an offset. So you don't need to add one, but this is maybe what you're talking about. I'm hoping. So there you go. Detach. Can I do that? Yeah, I detach. There's my image. It's a pen image, and then I can offset it like this. It didn't work. Okay. But this is how you would do it. Let me just select this and offset and apply. Nope, that did not work. I have to go back and make sure to group this and then do offset. Oh, it's not working for this one. Isn't that nice? Beta, that's a beta version. Okay. I hope that this is helpful. I'm getting a little lost in the weeds here. But again, come back and pick up those 2 free files that I'll have for you. And then don't forget that we have that giveaway going on, and all you have to do is follow me. All you have to do is follow me on YouTube. If you already follow me, leave me a comment, like a video, share it with a friend. You can share YouTube videos on Facebook. And you could even do it on Instagram. You can share it with anybody, and that will get you into the contest, okay? Thank you so much for joining me today. And let's see, tomorrow, what are we doing tomorrow? We're doing treat holders tomorrow. We're doing a carrot and jelly bean jar, and then a little cup that I found on Lori Whitlock. So we're going to be doing that tomorrow. That's Thursday. On Friday, for the 3D. For the 3D Friday, we are going to do some amazing Easter box cards. I don't want to say pop-up cards. Easter box cards from SVG Cuts. Gorgeous. You're going to love them. Definitely want to come and watch. And then on Saturday night, we are doing egg decorating. On Sunday, even though it is Easter, I will come on very briefly. I want to talk to you a little bit about joy cards, okay? Just a little tiny bit about joy cards. So we'll see you then on Sunday. All right? I think that's it for today. Thank you all for joining me. I really appreciate it. And thank you for commenting. I always go back and read the comments. And if I have a question, I usually ask you, and you can, kind of respond through the comments. Okay. So I really appreciate it when you ask me questions. It's just, I don't get to them sometimes on the lives because I'm just a one-man show here and I can't do everything. So we will see you all again tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. I hope you get some crafting in. See ya. Bye.